What is going on, everybody, for a Wednesday edition of the Life of Dad Show with me? Of course, I'm already with me is my homie, Jon Finkel. What's up, man?
Oh, dude, Wednesday, man. It's always a good midweek break to talk to our LOD friends out there. And today is a fun topic, so I'm looking forward to it. But it's good to be here, and I'm excited to hear what other people say. Nicknames are a passion of mine, so I like when I hear stuff, especially with all the people we have in other countries and things like that. And I will reveal my top 5 favorite corny slash played out, but also awesome nicknames over the years.
Nice. Can't wait to hear that. I love your top 5. They're always great. Also, too, let us know where you're watching from. And, of course, weigh in. We want to know what you guys think of this topic. And we always love to hear your thoughts and all that. So let us know where you're watching from. And also feel free to share in this topic. Talk about, like, hey, even before kids, right? Let me ask you this. Like,
Yeah.
Did you have your own nick? Like, did your friends give you nicknames? Or for me, the reason why I ask this is because all my other friends, like my close friends growing up in like grade school and high school, all had nicknames. My only nickname was like my last name, Eddie. No one really called me anything. Nothing really stuck. What about you, man?
Yeah, so I've had when I got to college, it really kind of blew up out of control with nicknames that probably nowadays don't even make any sense. But I have some some friends who still use them all the time with texting and stuff, and it's like I don't even remember the origin of like.
Yeah.
One of my friends has called me Johnny Parmesan forever. I don't know if like I ate a bunch of Parmesan cheese one day. I must have. Maybe I had 10 chicken parms on a bet. So Johnny Parmesan has been a nickname of mine for college from a long, long time. But when I was in school, like grade school and stuff, Finkel as last name got shortened to just Finks, like Finx basically. So Finks was always I was Finks through most of high school. That was
Also, how many Einhorn jokes did you get too?
well, that was the thing that came out in my junior year, maybe or sophomore year, and that was just inevitable. It really that actually hit my brother way more than me because he was a way better high school athlete than me, and so teams were trying to like taunt him and stuff, and so he ended up going to thanks good. He ended up getting that taunted to him every time he was shooting foul shots in high school basketball. So I think Finks was
were they doing that like the slow?
well, yeah, one half of the gym would do Finkel, and the other half would do Einhorn, and he'd be trying to sink foul shots. So he got work. He got hit way more than that one than I did.
These are great, by the way.
We're getting a lot in here.
Johnny Parmesan. I love
Johnny Parmesan. That's it.
Toogie. I love that. Buxton's going in my boy 5. Toogie. Nice.
Yeah, see, I like those. I like the ones where it's a totally unique thing, and I'll go through the ones that aren't unique a little later. That sort of top 5 that sort of just come out, and you're like, oh, it happens, and they end up being that way. Faza, so I call my son Aaron Aza, my youngest. See, that's good, Matthew. I like that. So it's like I like names that play completely off your name, what they are, like that are more than just like nice.
Look at that one. Yeah, right there. I got
that is awesome, Joe.
Yeah. MPH. So we call him Speed. Mother-in-law started that. Shout out to the mother-in-law for that. That is awesome. I love that.
That reminds me, Joseph, of I had a friend in college whose initials were LB, and we called him Pound.
Yes.
Forever. And then one of my favorite nicknames growing up was this kid name was his last name was I think his name was Craig or Greg, but his last name was Calamaris. So he was just Squid for as long as you could. He was Squid. I didn't even know you didn't even call him anything else. So those are my absolute favorite ones that come about from that kind of stuff.
Nice. At work, I'm Pimp Rich, and my son's is Boogie.
You got to go with Pimp Rich. Steve Bonamart, my friend from high school, came in with Nugget, and as you can imagine, Bonamart in high school was just that went right to Boner right away. So that was an easy one. That was the old Growing Pains, Boners to Bone. That one came up good times, but that's always a good one to hear as well.
Love Bug. We got going. These are great. We got a bunch of these rolling in. We love this. This is fantastic. Let's see. Tater Tot, Knucklehead, and Screwball. Chris Jones weighing in.
Yeah, Knucklehead's a good one because like you can use Knucklehead not as disparaging, but like you can also be like, what is wrong with you, Knucklehead?
I love the fact that one of my bosses when I was in high school and I worked at a grocery store, he used to call us kids wizards. and he had like this Massachusetts accent. So anytime like, "Hey, wizards," like if I had to go sleep in his office, something like that, and he's done like with this, like he's talking to his kids on the phone. He's like, "Wizards, do your homework right now." I'm like, that's it's like wizard is hilarious to like for a nickname, but then when you like with a Boston accent, it's fantastic.
Well, that's like if you do it regionally, like especially for Boston. When I lived there, I think about maybe 7 of my friends were nicknamed Smitty. Smitty, Smitty. Everybody was Smitty. There's 17 different Smitties, you know, and like if you move, you move as you move other places, there's a whole bunch of different names that just keep coming up over and over again. There's a lot of stink. I like this, like a 10th different person stink.
Nice.
Sausage is good. I've taken to try to call my son Meatball, but it hasn't stuck just yet because he's.
I call my boy Sho, which is Japanese for small equal to junior. I love that. That's Dido and Sho. I think that's in. I don't know if you've seen the movie, but I read the book Ready Player One. They're 2 Japanese kids and they're brothers, and one of them is Sho. So I love that. That's kind of like a little bit nod to that. Well, not him, not nod to that, but like I just kind of thought about that. Call her daughter Spud. Again, you said your boy said Nugget. Puda.
Puda's nice.
And a bug. Nice. My husband calls our youngest Puppy Diarrhea the Third.
Yeah.
They're very proud.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you go through like the nicknames that you have, yeah, I make up all kinds of weird nicknames that just kind of stick maybe for a little bit. Do you remember a few years ago? Well, not a few, but like right when Dustin Pedroia like really started being like a force in baseball, and his nickname was the Muddy Chicken. Remember that? He was like the cover for and I called my daughter the Muddy Chicken for like a year and a half.
Was she like, "Why are you doing that?" Or did she?
Like a year old. She was a baby, so whenever she the diapers, and I was always like, "Oh, Muddy Chicken, more mud for the Muddy Chicken."
Nice, love it. You're rocking the Red Sox shirt and me the hat. Love it. I love this one right here. Tilly, Millie, Gabby, Abby, or Squidge.
Nice.
Her name is Natalie. I just call her Oosh.
Yeah, I like when that I like when things come up when eventually like the name just goes to rhyming, and that's awesome.
Oh, this is fantastic. A little old school R&B hip hop right here. Daughter from Brent. Daughter calls me Big Daddy Kane. I call her beautiful.
I'm gonna have my kids call me LL Cool John and just roll with it.
Yes, nice. Love that.
I like it, bro.
I call my 9-year-old son Crash. He's been introducing himself that way since 4 years.
That's good, Steve. Just smashing into stuff.
My daughter's Dubs and I'm Babes.
Dubs is good. Like, yeah, I like that. I like when they come about. That's right, Steve. So that was the other thing too. Was like briefly, like you were saying with Ace Ventura. Like somehow when I got to school, not really high school so much, but kids were calling me like Einhorn. I was like, I don't want any part of. I don't need any part of that. Or Ace for Ace Ventura. Like it just goes all the way down the line.
Yeah.
Steve-O would be a big one if you were Steve-O. There you
go. Let's see. Bunker Nut, Scottish, slang for stupid. Awesome. Tom, I know we're like people are rolling in deep. So Tom, if you're still with us on the show right now, he says, I always call my kids the Horde. Now I'm just wondering, as a Masters of None, I'm looking at my Masters of None pop figures. I see the evil Hordak right there. Like, does that have anything to do? Obviously, I know you call a Horde, a group of people or whatever, but like I was wondering the way you spelled it. And all that. Is it any reference to Master Universe and Evil Hordak? Just wondering.
I like you got Benjamin comes in with putting in the Australian accent of Kylie Wiley and Sienna Piena. It's my Australian accent, I think.
Nice. This is Tiddlywinks. Monkey, that's the sound he made when he was a baby, so it's stuck. Having a size 13 shoes in 2nd grade. Whoa, I was called Bigfoot.
Yeah, how tall are you now, Rand? Like 7'7"?
Yeah, right. He's like George Mirasan. I love it. My 7-year-old is medium. My 3rd-year-old is tiny, and my missus is a 3-year-old. And my missus 3-year-old is a monster. Nice.
Monster's a good one. Yeah, I like that one a lot. I like it. Moose is a very popular name. I'm always a fan of when I meet someone who goes by Moose.
My oldest Josh is Hutchman, and the other one is
Man and Baby Hut. Yeah, I like adding man. Like if your kid's like G Man, like my son's Grant. G Man it's faded in his popularity of calling him that, but it's up there.
My daughter's name is Pika after Pikachu because she was born with red cheeks.
Oh, all right, let's go next level pop culture right there.
Love that. I called Dai and he is called Sho Senior and Junior. Nice.
What is it from like Rising Sun, like Senpai and Kohai? Like that'd be cool. Like you were called Master, and they were called. That's what I want.
All right, this is cool. Tom says my son is called X-Men. His twin is called Thumper, as she used to thump the crib when she was an infant.
Thumper is awesome. That's a good nickname. I like that a lot. I hadn't heard Thumper in a while for a kid.
Nice. Bubby and Nugget. Nice. You were saying that earlier. My oldest daughter's nickname is Blueberry because when she found out she was preggo, she was the size of a blueberry. Oh, that's cute.
All right, there you go, Brian. I like when there's a little backstory to that.
This one's cute. My daughter was born 17 ounces. Peanut is her nickname. Our oldest, when she was little, my wife kind of gave her the nickname of Peanut, so it kind of stuck. And then my youngest was Boo, from like Monsters Inc. So that kind of stuck as well. So there we go.
If you ask my son right now, he would want to be Dash. If he wants to be called Dash, he wants to run like Dash. Like we for Halloween he was Dash. Like he gets mad if you don't call him Dash sometimes.
Didn't you write an article in Life of Dad about you like trying to race your son or your son trying to race you?
In his mind of thinking he just believes he's Dash, and like I hate shattering that myth because it's not even me. Like other kids in the neighborhood are faster than him. He just comes home so bummed out. Like, how are they faster than me? I'm Dash, and it's reality. It's the world.
Beavis because Butthead is mean.
Butthead's a good one. I call both of my kids, a boy and a girl, Butthead a lot.
I call my youngest Tittles or Ella. Nice. My youngest daughter is Bird. Bubs and Stink. A lot of them. Bacon is my son. Nice.
Bacon is my son and my passion.
Kapai, K-Pie, my oldest is Monkey Butt, and my youngest is Scooter Pooter.
Scooter Pooter is good. You know what? Monkey Butt is like pretty popular. I've actually heard that a few different times.
Chalupa Charlie.
That's awesome.
If you guys started the international world of superheroes, you would team up with Chalupa Charlie because you're John Parmesan.
Johnny Parmesan, yeah, that's what I do.
Your powers are cheesy dad jokes.
Yeah. Johnny Parmesan was always one of my favorites.
Dude, it's become one of my favorites.
So can I tell you another one that of mine that is stuck more inside the family, but it kind of bled out over the years? Was remember like Zubaz and those like goofy pants that you had? I probably wore them. A few years past their cool expiration date. And I wore them out one day, and somehow I became John Boy Cool Pants. So I was I still get cool John Boy Cool Pants or just cool pants from a select group of friends that I still have.
Oh, CP in the house, cool pants.
Cool pants. Yeah, not a bad one.
Man, I love this. The only thing that I was actually like, it only stuck for like a basketball season. 8th grade, we had a 7th and 8th grade basketball team. And I was called Artie Crackers.
Artie Crackers.
Like people laugh and joke and like crack up. So I guess that was the whole thing. So
Artie Crackers and Johnny Parmesan. It's like a cheese and crackers sandwich.
When my kids are all together, I dress them as the Spawn. Nice. Who we got? Little ones couldn't say Josh, so he'd say Hutch. Okay. So Hutch Man and Little Hutch Baby. Yeah. So this is cool. We're getting a little bit of those Hutches. Stink. I have $3 and I call them Smoothies.
Are those like thing 1 and thing 2 and Smoothies 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah, no doubt. Dale,
hey,
check
Dale.
it out. Hey, what up, man? How you doing? Kaylee Wally, Sienna Piena in Australian accent. Like, wait, are those two in an Australian accent, or do you call someone an Australian accent? Because if you did, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah. This is my son. Australian accent. So my brother's nickname is one of my favorite nicknames of all time. So his name is Craig, but somehow early on in his career, like Craig was Craigle Bagel, like because he used to like to eat bagels, and then we dropped Craigle D Bagel. We dropped the Craigle D Bagel, and he's basically I've called him Bagel 99% of the time since he was probably 8 years old.
Nice, love that. Rand, in case everybody was wondering his height, he's 6'7". There you go.
Okay. Well, all right. That makes sense, Rand, since you had a size 15 shoe at 3 years old.
Tom weighing in. Thanks, Tom. We're getting this back for the Horde. It was more after the game Gears of War.
All right. That's good.
Youngest is 9, Liam. We'll call him Lily or Lily. Oldest D is for the clan, and then my mom calls me Bobo.
Boo Boo. All right. Boo Boo. Boo Boo is like a little bit of a 80s generation, Boo Boo or Boo Boo, whatever that is. It'd be interesting too, if like how those, what age do you drop like something like that? Does that age go through, or you keep it forever?
It depends. I think it depends too, and also you got to. I think as a parent, you got to know your audience for your kids too, because after as they start getting older, like I don't think my oldest wants me to call her Peanut when when I visit her at school or something.
She's like 12.
Yeah, she's 10. Like, I'm good.
Meatball's one of my favorites. I've tried to introduce that one as many times as I could.
Our boy Sean Kingbird. Not none of us growing up was called by our real names. Family had names for you, and they stuck. Nice.
They did stick, and that's where it's like really the coolest, is if like it becomes a shorthand. And I remember when I lived in LA, we used to play a lot of pickup basketball, and I would, even then, like on the court, my brother and I were on the same team. I'd be like, bagel, bagel, if I was open, and people would be like, what the hell are you calling him? They used to think I was calling him babe or baby, and then I was like, no, I'm not calling him baby, it's bagel, and they're like, well, that makes less sense.
What's up, baby? You have an intimate relationship with your teammates. Love it.
Yeah.
My oldest nickname is Gummy Bear. His very first sonogram, it looked like a gummy bear. We still have it, and the name stuck. Nice.
That's good. I like Gummy Bear. Anything with bear, like a lot of parents will add like bear or bug to the end of whatever, Gracie Bear or so and so, Ladybug or Jimmy Bug or Jimmy Bear. Like those are easy, like second level add-ons.
My wife's nickname is Stinkerbutt.
Sometimes we earn our nicknames. Who knows? Just become it is what it is. Ricochet Ray. All right.
Our kids, Noah is Bub, Cadis is Boog, Hunter is Hunter Bear, nice, and Ellie is Belly, nice. Now, let me ask you this. Do your kids, because my kids really don't, they just call me dad or daddy for some reason for my wife. My oldest, my youngest will follow suit here and there, but my oldest, she has like every new month or every 2 months, she has new nicknames for my wife. And the drivers are crazy. She's like, I'm just mom. It'll be like from Bianca to all these weird things. And we're like, this. And she's like, I don't know. My wife's name is Jess, and it's like Bianca, and there were some other things going on. I'm like, I don't get it. And it's just funny. And you see my wife, because like growing up, and my mother-in-law, she passed away in 2009, but like they always said like they had nicknames for her too, and like she was the one that always got the nickname. So it kind of, I guess, is fitting that in our household I don't have nicknames, but she does. So she's kind of like, oh, but my mom's like laughing down, looking down in heaven or whatever, and just kind of smiling on that. So do you or your wife get nicknames from your kids?
My daughter, like, so we went through this thing a while ago where we're just like picking random sounds or fake names that rhyme with their name. So like Grant, my son Grant, we were calling him Grant Babant. It means nothing, just Babant is what we were calling him. And then so you'll like it because they were rhyming, just making up nonsense rhymes. And Daddy became like Daddy Faux Fatty. And for a little while, they were just calling me Fatty. And that was fun. That was a fun little mix. And then my daughter, when she's like really, if she thinks she's going to be in trouble or getting punished for something or does something that I'm not going to like, will resort to calling me, my soft spot of being like Hulk or He-Man or something that I'll be like, okay, what did you do?
Yeah, pulling the drawstrings, right?
Yeah. She'd be like, so Daddy, who's kind of like Hulk or He-Man, I have to tell you something. And I'll be like, all right, you just dropped Hulk and He-Man. What did you do wrong?
What did you break?
Yeah.
I said to my son, hello there, little guy. My son's response, hello there, ugly guy. Woof. Chloe for Chloe. Nice. Bacon is 8 and he still likes being called that. Started out because he was always being a ham for people. Nice.
Bacon's a good one. I like bacon. I think you can live on bacon like all the way through your, if you go to college and you're like, hey, I'm Bacon Reed, it's awesome. You're automatically like, have you met Bacon yet? This is great. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah. Man, this nickname thing is fun. My grandmother called me. My grandmother was called the Devil Woman, and I was called the Devil Child. We were a team.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's awesome when you have that, grandma and like grandkid connection. Love it. My oldest son nickname. My oldest son, his nickname was Little Debbie because he would try and walk so fast. When
Little Diddle.
Little Diddle. like he was little Diddle. However, now he's 12. So,
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna impress too many of the girls at the 7th grade dance.
I'm 46. Boo Boo, yeah, Boo Boo. LOL. Nice.
Boo Boo's good. I used to call my brother Mikhail Gordon. Nice.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love that. It's like so random ones, You're just like, wait.
Well, yeah, because sometimes it just sticks. Like you'll just sit there and you don't even remember where it came from, and it just becomes a name that you just stick and call around forever. And yeah, Brant, you're right. I think Stinky leads the pack by like 3-1 in terms of common nicknames out there for people.
Birdie, we got. We'll say we call both my girls Little Mama or Princess. We call my son Turkey.
Yeah, that's not going to give him a complex at all, Katrina. As he's walking around, they're like, "Oh, hey, Princess. Oh, my little mama. Hey, Turd. Turd Ferguson."
We call my son Dylan Pickle.
Dylan Pickle. I like that. That's nice.
My little one, the word head to name, so it's mom head, funny head, TV head, etc. LOL.
You got lucky there. I hope I'm pronouncing your name the right, Bellin. But my kids do that with the word fart, so we'll get like daddy fart and mommy fart and Reezy fart. So a little more tasteful in your house.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of great names over here. I'm not even a Benyani or Benyayu or something. Benyayu.
Well, here's my list. I put a list together since we're nearing the end of the show, and this is the list of like they're kind of they're not. I won't say they're unoriginal. I'm sure they all had their day where they were like big time common nicknames, but now they're kind of nostalgic. And you don't really hear them anymore. But they're also like super played out, and they're kind of the ones that like a grandfather might say to just like any kid coming down the street. But these are kind of the old school 50s, 60s, 70s ish nicknames that I think came about. And so. The first one, Bubba. Like Bubba was a big 70s nickname. My dad called my brother Bubba because he was super skinny, like almost in an ironic way. But there's a lot of Bubbas. Bubba's a very easy name that people call their kids. That would be that's my number 5. This one, I don't think anyone who's ever been called this, I think hates it. But Sport. Like, does anyone like being called Sport anywhere ever? But it's like, pretty popular. Like I still hear like, "Come here, Sport," and it's like it's somehow demeaning and like smarmy, even if it's like a 6-year-old. And you're like, "Come on, Sport." So nobody likes Sport. Right on the heels of Sport is Tiger. Just general like, "Come on, Tiger." Like obviously Tiger Woods, but like way before that, just a general calling a kid Tiger.
Let me ask you that then to kind of go along with that. Is anything around CHAMP?
Champ's good. That's up there. But I have that actually I have a list of like 15. I was trying to keep it to my top 5. Champ is up there. This one I've never liked, but I mean people get it called all the time is Skippy. Just like, "What's up, Skippy?" Skippy's not. I mean, I know people don't really name their kids Skippy. Skip, I guess maybe, but Skippy not so much. And these are the last 2 is which is really a cop out, like Buddy or Bud. It's almost like Buddy, Bud, one of those. And then Buster, which I love the name Buster. I love the nickname Buster.
Nice. A lot of great nicknames we've heard today. These are great. We'll probably maybe do another thing again in terms of endearment or whatever. This was great. I love it. Thanks to everybody who contributed. Over 100 comments, 120 comments right now. This is great.
Yeah.
Next week, stay tuned because we're going to give away, speaking of nicknames, Pudge Rodriguez. We're going to be giving away autographed stuff. Books and baseballs autographed. We're gonna have a fun contest on what you can do, so make sure you check that out. Download our podcast wherever you download podcasts, whether you're Stitcher, iTunes, iHeartRadio, wherever the case may be. We appreciate it. Right back, man. We appreciate everybody.
Yeah, let's put a link in here so they can look in the comments for the download the show. So we're really, if you like this the show and you listen to us a lot, which we see a lot of the same names, which is awesome. I echo what Art said. Please go to the Life of Dad Show podcast and leave a comment. We'd love to get you guys subscribed on there. In the last month alone, we've had Dale Earnhardt Jr., Tim Allen, Chef Robert Irvine, Joe Thomas of the Browns. So like we get a lot of big name guys on there who want to share their thoughts on fatherhood. And we a lot of times bring in this conversation as the second half of the podcast. So if you want to kind of hear yourself on the show, Most of our shows have the part 1 is the interview. Part 2 is the our Facebook, or the audio of this Facebook Live show. So we really, really look forward to having you guys on. And thank you all for listening. Susan, thank you for joining us. We're glad you've experimented in Facebook Live with us. And Milan, thank you very much. We'll see you guys on next week on Monday.
Peace. See you.